end of the balcony to force the AWP away, because she's just going back to the well oh so many times. Her teammates can throw support utility for her as well. So that proves quite problematic. Now, what we haven't really seen is control of mid from EG. We saw them attempt it in some rounds, but didn't really get beyond top mid. We had one where Empathy got towards the chair position and then died, and the rest kind of just fell back afterwards. And another example here, Empathy getting dropped again. The most aggressive player. She's trying to find these entries, but that doesn't mean that you'll often get fragged first. And there's not much happening beyond that. You can see Garden creeping into the A bomb site here.
Ooh.
She might find the edge of a play here, and she's got to find a kill. Full spray for Xiaowu. Now, are her team in position to do anything for her? Flashes towards CC, but Hazel is ready, and the threat is neutralized.
I do like that EG are trying to switch it up. They have Milky in on the pass, then Alert coming out of A. But once again, those positions can be good if you have the squad alive. If you're going to keep dying one by one, well, you can have a couple of pieces of control, but now it's all lost. They're left with another A push. Now, with a missed shot of Hazel, there is still an opportunity, but we have more players around than just Hazel. Argent sitting in jungle, at least a Molotov will keep her at bay for now. But already for the cross, there is not really much to work with. HFFO is looking to tap away and continue to apply the pressure. Nice headshot, double one in fact by Argent. And everyone in this squad is doing their bit. HSG are on a roll.
Regardless of the map control, like mid, we're just not seeing duels being won, quite simply. Like, let's just put it down to the basics, the very, very basics. They're just not winning the duels. Empathy's got 4 kills, but she's really trying to find entries, especially in mid, and there isn't really a follow-up when she goes down. So, she's probably doing the hardest job at the moment. Jessica's got 3 frags, Piggy Kiki's got 1, Milky's got 2, Garden's got 1. They're simply not winning duels, and down goes Empathy again in mid, round after round. They've got to find something different. Now, I was thinking, will they try and maybe pull the CTs towards mid and abuse the numbers elsewhere? But we don't have the pace in this regard here. Hazel will take one out of the sky. They're like clay pigeons. She keeps shooting at present. And now it's Garden, 1 versus 5. Not going to last long either. Another one in the bag. This is a fast game of Mirage.
She just doesn't miss. She's on 18 kills and only 2 deaths. In fact, just if you look at the amount of deaths in general, EG are not able to do a lot even on these eco rounds. Of course, the economy is not helping them at all in this game. But too many players of HSG keep being alive. And it becomes a problem. The money is through the roof. 11 rounds in a row, and already things are starting to look very dire. EG getting in their heads. Now they have again a player top mid. I'm just hoping that they can actually do something with that player.
Okay, Empathy, she needs more help here. Like, okay, the flash is going to come her way. She's going to have a look towards CC, but down she goes again. She's always the first frag. Like, you could have a rifler wide swing, try and bait the shot, she can try and trade or something, but she's going for the dry peaks. I mean, that wasn't so dry. There was a flash, didn't go deep enough to do the job there. But every round, Empathy is dying, and there's nothing happening afterwards. And she's too valuable of a player. She's got too much output to be going down like this. So they need to try something different. It can't be Empathy going and dying, because she's the most important player, I think, in terms of finding a way to win around here.
Now, I hope that they deal with Xiaowu in the positioning. Well, there will, I think, there will be a Molotov. Oh, Xiaowu definitely needs to go a little bit wider as of now. A couple of missed shots. That's an opportunity now for EG. Now, Hazel is about to be tested because the pressure certainly will be on her. Oh, look at this time, a bit of a gap. GFI can work with that. And suddenly, things are evened out. In fact, favorable for HSG.
Hazel does not fancy dying today. She's got the flicks. And the rest of her team have got the frags. 12-0 on EG's pick of Mirage. 3 support players. Well, looks like they need some more fraggers because, well, I don't know what else there is to say at this point. They need to show us something. And so far, they've shown us nothing at all apart from Empathy is like the sacrificial lamb every
Yeah.
round. But again, I mean, you can just go for a wide swing top mid with 3 people, for example. You might be facing 1 person in the window, but you've got 3 guns. Just swing, create some space for Empathy to come through with the AWP afterwards. Unfortunately, she's going to be on a scout in this round. But someone needs to try and create some space so that more T's can take a position in a choke point and trade frag at the very least.
Yeah.
But that's a perfect example. Every round, she's peeking alone, and then there's no response. Again, one of the strongest things you have on the T side is a numbers advantage versus any position you're trying to attack. You can abuse the numbers. It doesn't matter if one teammate goes down, if someone is behind to trade that frag back and create some space for the team. But they're not creating the space, they're not achieving the basic tenets of a T side on Mirage right now.
It's almost as if they're too scared to swing with more than 1 player, considering the amount of losses that they've been taking in rounds as far as players go. Of course, if you lose 2 players, that is a bigger problem than losing 1 player, but each and every single time they lose their opening pick, they're not able to do anything afterwards. So at this point, you need to play more risky, because playing it safe is honestly not really going to get you anywhere. And right now, playing a bit more default, they do have Milky into the window position, in fact. Not being checked as of right now, so she might be able to surprise.
So you can see her team are posturing towards the A bomb site in the meantime. Maybe looking to distract the jungle player, perhaps. But she's going to have to do something eventually. Just focused on that ladder position, but the grenades are coming in towards A, and her teammates are starting to swing. Well, down goes Argent. So they know that there is somebody behind it. She is so quickly dealt with by Xiaowu. That is the threat neutralized. CT is open once again. GFI is here. Not going to be checked properly by Piggy. Kiki goes straight past the bin there. The blind spot, almost 2 for GFI, but not quite. There's a chance for a first round here for EG. And that would be, well, I mean, they need every round. They need all 3 of these rounds. Well, they need more than that, but that's all they can really hope for. And it's going to be denied again. Xiaowu is not interested in any rounds you are looking for. That is a strong round indeed from the CT side of HSG, as all these rounds have been. Again, that was a close one from EG, but they can't convert any of these rounds.
Oh man, that was just so clean, so deadly. Xiaowu once again having the impact, instantly looking for an answer, you know? Okay, well this is a problem, I need to answer now, because if not, a round could actually spiral out of control. And they just continue to apply the pressure before EG can really continue with a potential game plan. It's being denied time and time again.
I think one question for the desk is, why did EG pick Mirage? If they're so good on Dust 2, at least recently in terms of form,
Just
is it like they're trying to counter pick by thinking maybe HSG are strong on Dust 2? Because if that's the case, then I think they needed to play to their strengths.
yeah, 100%. Fun fact, and I'm almost starting to worry if this is actually right in my notes, but I've looked at the entirety of Impact, you know, Season 1, Valencia, but this core of the team has been together for quite a while, but they actually don't play Mirage a whole lot. The times they have played it, they've lost it both times that they did. So picking it, I mean, maybe it's the unknown of the Asian team. It's a puggy map, so Mirage could be a map that you can more easily adapt as the game is going on. But so far...
How does it compare to the Dust 2?
Dust 2, 9 and 9. Both 1.
9 played and 9 won.
Exactly. So...
Why are we here?
Why? Why?
Very unusual situation, but we may have a first round here. GFI is looking over the smoke, but she cannot stop the bomb plant from happening. Now Empathy's going to have a look on herself, looking for that second frag. GFI in the clutch now. And she will be denied. So Evil Geniuses are, I wouldn't say off to the races, but they're off the start line at the very least. A little late. because there's only one more round they can win in this half, but they've won a round, and that is something.
It was, again, empathy here, having to do most of the work, really. Being, again, very aggressive, which is working, but in a lot of cases, it wasn't. And if only now they're really starting to get things rolling. You can, of course, ask the question, is it not a bit too late? But maybe they're looking actually to get some mid-control again. Good flashbang will force Hazel off a little bit, a missed shot. Perhaps could have been an opportunity. And now EG needs to keep applying that pressure. If they're not going to be doing that, if they're going to be backing out again, that leaves a lot of space for HSG to work with. Oh, look at this though. Bit of a cheeky push, and well, that is in fact a player that she can easily find a bit of a trigger discipline. But there we go, kill comes through, and that's a lot of control, so much information on the side of HSG.
See, HSG will assume that the window is compromised on this occasion after what happened previously. Oh. Hazel is so ready. She had some super nice flicks on that last map, and on this one as well. Looking for some more now, more opportunities just to stay hot moving into the second half, and there'll be some stereo frags on the B-bomb side to finish off the job. EG on their pick-off, not Dust2, but Mirage, have one round. Is this the end? Find out after the break.
They say what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. I know it will. Take your pulse and lie down. It's all about now, and you're alive. Light is pulling you in. It's time to begin.
Let's be frank. EG have basically nothing to show for their pick of Mirage. They are down 1-14. They are at the mercy of the pistol round. They lose this round, they more or less will lose the match quick afterwards, unless some kind of miracle happens, divine intervention perhaps, because they are so far behind we can barely see them.
Or at least the 16-0 potential has been denied, so that means no disco cam later on the desk. But right now, yeah, EG desperately really need this round. Flashes come through on the side of HSG, and still Milky there with a potential for a surprise. Oh, but quickly taken out. Shower once again with a pistol, and the trades are again there. HFFO with 2 now, and GFI on the flank. Every single player is crumbling. The bomb has been planted, and what can Jeskers do?
1,000 yards there. Rough situation for Jeska. There was a kit, but there wasn't much hope. She will be denied, and it is match point for HSG. Lightning fast. We'll see what Evil Geniuses are able to force buy into this one. But again, it was swift and it was merciless from HSG, as almost every round in this entire series has been.
It's so dominant, so clean. And yeah, if you're not bringing your A game, this is what happens. You are gonna get punished. Now, a couple of pistols, an MP9 though in the hands of Kiki, and a bit of utility. It just needs to be on point, or else you are going home. Jessica's looking for an opportunity, perhaps here, looking for a bit of information, does have that. And Empathy will also on the back of that peak. Justice and Empathy actually have a kill each, but not before they get traded. Only 2 more to find, and EG are gone.
They are searching, not even too concerned with the bomb plant here. Just find the last player, and that's going to be Piggy Kiki in CT. Got to be careful here, HSG, because HFFO is very low. Ooh. Down she goes, but there is the trade from GFI, and that is the series in the bag. EG were never in it, even on their pick of Mirage. A stroll in the park for HSG.
Yeah, we were talking about, was this the right map to be picking for EG? Of course, if you know, it looked a bit shaky already, but perhaps you can come back on your own map pick. But it wasn't quite the case, and you can see the smiley faces. HSG are proud. Of course, they are representing a region we have not seen an impact so far, and well, they have shown their worth.
At a minimum, I would say that EG needs some outside help, be it a coach at the very least, because we didn't see a lot of structure in that entire series, even on their pick. Again, just the way, the approach, the single player peeking mid, single player peeking A, nothing behind it, not really using the numbers on the T side. So at a minimum, I think a coach is needed, but definitely, I think, you know, we saw good urgency from Empathy, but she certainly needs some more support from the squad there. So there's definitely a lot of building to do on the side of EG. But that's enough from us for now. It's over to Frankie and the analysts at the desk.
Thank you very much, Fearless and Bardov. Now, think back to a few years ago, DreamHack Showdown Valencia. We have Orange Spinks. We have 7 PM female, the 2 Asian teams. Both of them went home. The bottom of their group, 0-2. Flash forward, 2022, HSG, the Asian representatives, the odds are stacked against them, and yet they pulled together as a team, showed also that